Hi everyone, it's Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a nice full body workout for you on the reformer using a box. So go ahead, grab your box. You're going to put it on the long way. It can be in front of your shoulder blocks here. And then we're going to start on one medium spring on your reformer. As always on my balanced body reformer, that's going to be a blue spring. And then foot bars are going to go all the way down. And then once you get yourselves set up, we're just going to stand right in front of your foot bars, right in front of your boxes. Both hands are going to go onto the two front corners of your box, and we're going to start with our spinal stretch. So we're going to push our carriages out, let our chest drop down towards the floor. We want to think our heels are going to stay anchored, our hips are going to stay back. And then on an exhale, you're going to tuck your pelvis around through your spine to bring the carriage all the way back in. So again, we're just going to inhale to push out, let your chest drop down towards the floor, heels anchored, hips back. And then on your next exhale, you can round to come back in. Now we're going to do a few more of these. Feel free to take them at your own pace. You can hold out as long as you would like. And then again, when you're ready, it's an exhale as you round and you bring it back in. Okay, let's do a couple more here. And then last one. Okay, when we round to come back in, we're going to pause with our carriages all the way back in. We're going to go onto a heavy spring. The medium spring is going to come off. And then once you get onto that single heavy, both hands are going to stay on the two front corners of your box. We're going to push out one time, but this time your chest does not drop down to the floor. It's going to stay parallel to the floor. And then we're going to do some wide push-ups. So I'm going to inhale, bend my elbows wide. Exhaling as we press out. Inhale, bend wide. And then exhale, press. Again, chest is just going to stay parallel to the floor. The only thing moving should be your arms as you bend, and then exhale, press. I'm scooping my abs into my back so they're drawing away from the floor here. Okay, let's do 5. 4, I should be just looking straight down towards that spring. 2, and 1. Now when you push out, we're going to hold out, drop your chest a little further down to the floor, and then you're going to round through your spine to come back in. We're going to stay on this heavy spring, roll your spines all the way up, and then we're going to walk around to the backside. We're going to sit on our boxes facing the straps. Feet are going to go into your headrest, so just make sure that your headrests are all the way down. And then we're going to grab our straps off of the pegs. Long loops or short loops, that is going to be up to you. Long loops are going to be a little more challenging. Short loops are going to be a little easier. We're going to do some roll downs, and then eventually we're going to add in some arm work to open up our chest. So arms are just going to start nice and long. We're sitting up tall on top of our sits bones. On an exhale, we're going to tuck our pelvises. Send our tailbone to the wall in front of us, and we are rolling our spines down onto the box. So we need to make sure that we have plenty of space behind us. We're going to inhale, let our shoulders and our heads go back. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with your head going all the way back like mine, you can just stay looking straight up to the ceiling. And then on an exhale, we're going to go chin to chest. You're scooping into your abdominals and you're rolling your spines all the way back up. And then we'll inhale at the top. Again, exhale, tuck our pelvises, roll our spines down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, shoulders, heads back, and then exhale, chin to chest, and we'll roll all the way back up. Now let's do a couple more like that, and then we're going to add in our arms after. Okay, last one. Exhale, roll. Inhale as we reach, and then exhale, chin to chest, roll our spines all the way back up. Okay, now once we come back up, we're gonna add in some arms. So we're gonna tuck our pelvises and we're gonna roll ourselves back. Now when I get about halfway back, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna bend my elbows at a 90-degree angle and we're gonna keep rolling back until I get to my shoulders. And when I get to my shoulders, I'm gonna reach my arms behind me and I'm gonna let my shoulders and head go all the way back. My arms will reach as far back as I can get them. Then I'm going to open them out to the sides of the room. When they get to a T in line with my shoulders, I'm going to start to bring my chin to my chest, and then we're rolling our spines all the way back up, pausing at the top for that inhale. So ready? Exhale, tuck, roll. Again, halfway. I'm going to bend my elbows, reach my arms back, shoulders and heads go back. We open the arms out to the sides. When they get to that T, I go chin to chest. I'm scooping into my abdominals to roll all the way back up. Again, pausing at the top for that inhale. Let's keep going with this movement, as much of an extension as you would like with your spines. Let's do 3 more. Use your core to bring you back up for 2. And then last one here. And all the way back up. Okay, then once we come back up, we're gonna pause and we are going to hang our straps back up onto the pegs. We're gonna step off to the sides. Okay, so once we come off to the sides, we're gonna go to just a medium spring instead of the heavy. So make sure that heavy comes off, 1 medium spring on. We're gonna kneel on our boxes facing our straps again. And then we're gonna go in for just a quick glute series. Grab your right strap off of the peg. It's easiest if you grab right where your rope connects to the loop. You're gonna pull forward and then the long loop is gonna go into the arch of your right foot. We're in a 4-point kneeling. So shoulders should be over your hands, hips are over your knees, neutral spines. We're gonna start with donkey kicks. On an exhale, I'm gonna kick my right leg back and slightly up, and then I'm gonna inhale, bend to come back in. So again, exhale, press little lift of that leg, inhale back. My eyes are just looking down towards the floor. Again, stability comes from shoulders and core, and then you're using your lower body. So legs, glutes, exhale, press little lift, inhale back. Okay, let's do 3, 2. Now on this last one, I'm gonna hold my leg back out away from me. It stays long. We're bringing it slightly to the right side. The leg stays long, your pelvis stays parallel to the floor. On an inhale, we're gonna lower the leg down towards the floor. So it should trace the frame of your carriage. Your pelvis doesn't move. You exhale to kick that leg back up. So we inhale to trace the frame, and then you're exhaling again to kick the leg back up. You should really feel your obliques here for the stability work. Inhale down, again exhale, kick back up. Abs are still in towards your backs. Let's go ahead and do 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna bend your knee, relax that leg. Strap comes off of your foot. You're gonna hang it back up onto the peg, and then we'll do those same 2 quick exercises on the left side. So grab your left loop, pull forward, long loop goes onto the arch of your foot. 4-point kneeling, neutral spine, right away into those donkeys. Kick and lift, bend to come back in. Every time you bend to come back in, your knee should be bent at a 90 and it just hovers over. So I don't want you to bring like your heel to your glute here. No, it's at a 90, you kick lift, 90, you kick lift. Abs are in. Think lengthening through the crown of our heads. Okay, 2 more. And then on this last one, we'll hold the leg back, bring it slightly to the left side, lower down towards the floor, kick it back up. Again, pelvis doesn't move, so watch that left hip does not drop down. With your leg, it stays parallel to the floor. You inhale to lower, exhale as we lift. Again, you should really feel your obliques on that stability, and then legs and glutes working to kick back up. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bend your knee, relax. Take the strap off of your foot, hang it back up. And then we're gonna sit off to the side. We're gonna stay on this medium spring, but your foot bars are now going to go to the starting position. We're gonna lie on our stomachs, on our boxes, facing the foot bars. And then once we get down, we should be right around our bra lines on the box. And then legs can be wherever they feel comfortable, together or apart. I usually leave that up to you for this series, personal preference. Hands are gonna go wide onto your foot bar, thumbs are with your fingers, elbows should be wide, shoulders are out of your ears, and then we're gonna keep our right hand here, left hand is going to go behind our backs. We're gonna squeeze our glutes and our hamstrings, draw our abs in, and I have a tiny lift of my chest. We're doing 8 wide push-ups with the right arm. So we're gonna exhale to push, inhale, bend wide, exhale, press, bend wide. Now, if that's too heavy, you can always go to a lighter spring. If you want to make it heavier, you can always switch to a heavy instead of a medium. What you want to feel is your chest stays parallel to the floor, your pelvis stays still. So you're not so heavy where you're like pushing and having to rotate your shoulders. Okay, last one here. Then when we come back in, left hand on, right hand behind your back, 8 with that left arm. Again, abs are in. My shoulders are staying parallel to the floor. My chest is gonna stay nice and still. Movement comes from that left arm. Extending on an exhale, bending on your inhale. Let's do 3. Keep the squeeze of the glutes and the hamstrings. And then last one here. Now, once we come back in, pause in, we're gonna go both hands on the foot bar, about box distance away from each other. Right hand stays on, the elbow should be touching the side of your box. Left hand behind your back, squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings, hollow your belly out, small lift of your chest. We're gonna do 8 narrow push-ups on that right arm. Again, your chest isn't moving at all for this. It's just that right arm extending and bending. My shoulders are staying parallel to the floor the entire time. We're keeping active legs and an active core. Okay, we're gonna do 2, and then last one. Then same thing on the left. Right away with that left, the elbow should touch the box every time you come in. Active legs, active core. Okay, 3 more here. We should be controlling in and out. Last one. Then once we come back in, pause, feel free to relax your legs. We're gonna go a heavy and a medium spring. So 1 heavy, 1 medium. Hands are wide, elbows are wide. Squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings. We're gonna do 8 wide push-ups with both arms, and then 8 narrow. Again, active legs, active core. Exhale, push. Inhale, bend wide. Okay, when we finish our 8 wide, we're going 8 narrow. Again, elbows should touch the sides of your box every time you come in. Narrow should be a little more challenging. Last one. And then once we come in, pause in, we're gonna go a heavy and a light spring. So one heavy, one light, take off the medium, stand to the left side of your reformers, and then once you get to the left side, we're gonna stay over here. The box is gonna stay. I'm gonna take my left foot on the little like portion of the carriage that is still visible from the box. If you need to scoot your box a little further to the right, you can. And then my toes are just gonna be right towards the edge of my carriage. Both hands are gonna go onto the foot bar. The right hand is centered, the left hand is off to the side. And then we're gonna stand up on the left leg and just extend our right leg behind us. Our hips are gonna be parallel to the floor. Abs are into our backs. Arms aren't gonna move. I'm gonna exhale, push the carriage out with my left leg, and then I'm gonna resist the carriage in. Exhale, push with the left leg, and then inhale, resist. So think kind of like a single leg elephant. My heel is gonna stay anchored. My arms don't move. My right leg doesn't move. I'm just exhaling to push and resisting back in. Abs are just gonna stay active the entire time. Exhale out, inhale back. Should feel this in your entire body, legs, core, and your arms. 4, 3, and 1. Okay, when you come in, set your right knee just down around center of the box. Take off your heavy spring so you're just on the light. Both hands are gonna stay in the same spot. This time, right knee stays down, left leg extends behind you. Hips are gonna stay parallel to the floor. Again, abs are in. I'm gonna inhale, push the carriage out with my right knee. Again, arms don't move. Exhale, pull in with the right. Inhale out, exhale, pull back in. I'm gonna keep everything still except that right leg. Inhale, push. I'm engaging my core as I exhale to pull that right leg back in. Okay, let's do 3, 2, last one. Okay, and then once you come back in, feel free to just step your left foot on the floor, add on your heavy spring again, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we can walk over, you can hop over. The right foot goes onto, again, that little exposed part of your carriage. Again, it's towards the front. If you want it lighter, you can always take your foot a little further back. Left hand center, right hand wide, left leg behind you, square your shoulders, hips to the floor. Again, arms aren't gonna move. Just the right leg is gonna push the carriage away. You're resisting to come back in with the right. So exhale to push, inhale, resist, exhale out, inhale back. Keep the heel anchored down. So you're not pushing so far out where that heel is going to lift. Drawing my abs in, trying to keep my left leg lifted. Again, this should be full body here. Arms, core, and legs. Okay, we'll do 4, 2, and 1. Okay, coming all the way back in, set your left knee down onto the box, take off your heavy spring so you're just on the light. Left hand stays center, right hand stays aside. Our right leg extends behind us this time. Shoulders and hips are parallel to the floor. I'm gonna inhale, push the carriage out with my left. Exhale to pull in, inhale, push, exhale, pull. Again, I'm gonna try to keep my arms and my chest and this right leg lifted in the same spot. I'm engaging my core every time I pull the carriage in on that exhale. Inhale away, exhale, pull. Okay, we'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, step your right foot on the floor. We're gonna take our boxes off and they can go back to their homes. We're gonna go 2 heavy springs. If you wanna stay a little heavier for feet and straps, you could keep on the light spring. I'm gonna keep mine on today, so 2 heavies for sure. If you want it heavier, 2 heavies and a light. We're gonna lie ourselves down. Headrest can be up or down. That's up to you. I'm gonna lift mine up today. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna reach behind us, grab our long loops, and they're just gonna go right onto our feet. Okay, once we get our straps on our feet, our legs are going to go up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. Pilates V, so heels are together, toes are turned apart, and then legs are gonna go down to a little lower than a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna keep my bra line heavy. On an inhale, we're gonna bend our knees in for a frog, and then we're gonna exhale to push our legs out. Inhale as we bend, and then exhale again as we stretch our legs out. Keeping the heels together, toes turned apart. And then just maintaining that neutral spine the entire time. Okay, we're gonna do 2, and then last one. Now when I push my legs out, we're gonna pause with our legs out here. We are going to open them wide out to the sides. We're still in our external rotation. Then I'm gonna bend my knees, bring my heels together, staying in my neutral spine, so we're in that starting frog, and then we're gonna push our legs back out. So I'm gonna open them out to the sides, bend the knees, bring the heels together, and then push the legs back out. Now, if you do want to make this a little more challenging for yourselves, from the point to when you open, so from here, from when you bend your knees and you bring your heels together, you can try to keep your carriages still, and then your carriage will move when you push out and open. But then again, from here to bending heels together, you're gonna try to keep your carriages still. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but if you want to make it a little more challenging, you can try to keep your carriages still. Now, the next time we push out, we're gonna hold our legs out away from us, and then we're gonna reverse these. So I'm gonna bend my knees in. We're still in our Pilates V. The legs are gonna open out to the sides of the room. You're still in your neutral spines. You're gonna zip the legs together, and then we're gonna bend our knees back in. So we're gonna open the legs out, zip them together, and then bending as we come back in. Now again, if you wanna make it a little more challenging for yourselves, from this point, the bend, to where you open to extend, your carriage would stay still, and then it moves when you zip, and it moves when you bend. Again, it stays, you open, it stays, you close, it moves, you bend, it moves. So again, you do not have to do that if you don't want to, but if you want to challenge yourselves a little more, try to keep your carriages still. Should feel our adductors, those inner thighs, really working to zip the legs together. Okay, we're gonna do 2, and then last one. Now, when we zip it together, pause, you can bring your feet parallel with each other. We'll lower our legs a little further down towards our springs, open them wide out to the sides, and then we'll circle around and back up for leg circles. So we'll exhale to lower, and then we'll inhale to circle around and back up. Pelvis just stays nice and still. Now, the next time we come up, we're gonna pause at the top, and then we're gonna reverse. We're gonna open our legs out, press down around, zip them together, and then we're hinging at our hips to come back up. Again, just maintaining our neutral spines. As big as you want to make those circles. Let's do 2 more. And then last one here. Now, when the legs go back up, we can pause. Low back's gonna be flat. We're gonna bend the knees. Bottoms of the feet are gonna come together for our butterfly stretch. Okay, then we're gonna take the straps off of our feet, hanging back up onto the pegs. We're gonna do 1 little plank series, and then we're gonna do a stretch in between our planks. So we're gonna sit off to the sides. It does not matter what side we sit off to. We're gonna finish on a medium spring. Everything else can come off. And then once you get onto that medium spring, you're gonna kneel on your reformers with your hands on the shoulder blocks, and then toes, balls of our feet will be right at the edge of the wooden platform. I'm gonna push into my palms, lift my knees up, stretch my legs, and we're gonna hold a plank. Legs long, abs in, butts down. Now my right side is on the side that you can't see, so just a heads up, the right foot will end up going on the floor. Okay, we're gonna take our right foot as far forward on the floor as we can get it. And then I'm gonna bend my right knee, set my left thigh down onto the carriage, and I'm gonna lift my chest up into a nice little spinal extension. So again, you can just rest your thigh on the carriage, lift into an extension, hold here. Okay, then we're gonna lift to the left thigh. The hand should be directly underneath your shoulder. Step your right foot back, hold your planks. Okay, then the left foot is gonna step as far forward on the floor as we can get it. You're gonna bend your knee, set your right thigh down, lift into an extension, hold. Should be breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. Okay, lift the thigh, hand should be directly underneath your shoulders. Step that left foot back, hold your planks, legs long, abs in, butts down. Let's hold for 5, 3, 2, 1. You can bend your knees and carefully come down. Okay, we can sit ourselves off to the sides of our reformers. We are all finished with that workout. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today.